I mentioned in the last video that Allogene Therapeutics surged up almost 150% over the last 6 months. And this was due to recent announcement as Allogene Therapeutics positions 2026 as a program-defining year for scalable real-world allogenic CAR T. In the last video, we looked at the interim futility analysis of the phase 2 ALPHA3 trial with Semcell, which corresponds to this program in their pipeline right here. In this video, we're going to look at the second announcement in that same press release. Initial proof of concept for ALLO-329, the dual CD19, CD70 in the treatment of autoimmune diseases. And so this one, it corresponds to the program at the very bottom of their pipeline, which you can see here, which is in phase 1. We can see right here that the phase 1 resolution trial has been enrolling patients across multiple autoimmune indications. And these are chronic, debilitating, and sometimes life-threatening diseases. Patients often have limited treatment options, high side effect burdens, and need therapies that are safe and effective to use. And this is where ALLO-329's approach is different. ALLO-329 is an off-the-shelf CAR T therapy and has the potential to bypass current standards of treatment for patients with autoimmune disease by safely resetting the immune system without the need for toxic treatments, making life-saving therapy more accessible for patients. As we can see from their pipeline, the investigational treatment is in its early stages, being only in phase 1 at the moment. The trial is in its infancy, and as shareholders, the real news or the real data that we're really focusing on is around this initial proof of concept data, which is expected by the end of the first half of 2026. What we really want to pay attention to is this section right here. Expected to be included in the initial data release are early clinical outcome and supporting translation data covering disease-related biomarkers, CAR T expansion, and immune reconstitution. Essentially, this initial data release, which we can see here, will help to show whether the therapy is safe. It will also detail how the immune system has responded to the treatment as well, and will confirm whether or not there are early signs that the treatment has actually been effective. If positive, the approach could reduce or eliminate the need for conventional cytotoxic lymphodepletion. This basically means that if the data from the trial is positive, it could well remove the need for the use of chemotherapy given to patients before giving them the CAR T therapy, which would be absolutely transformational. In particular, it would expand access, especially for younger patients and women of childbearing age for whom cytotoxic lymphodepletion is problematic, settings where rheumatologists, not oncologists, are the primary treating physicians. This second point means that if the treatment is safer and easier to give, more doctors, not just cancer specialists, would be able to treat patients with this therapy. Patients with moderate disease where a streamlined treatment could improve adoption. And so because CAR T therapies are too risky for patients with moderate illnesses or moderate disease, many are stuck on less effective medicines and their condition can worsen over time. But with ALLO-329's streamlined, safer approach, these patients could finally access CAR T therapy without the need, in some cases, for chemotherapy, for example. If this initial proof of concept data, which is expected by the end of the first half of 2026, is positive, it could prove that Allogene Therapeutics' pipeline or their platform works beyond cancer and could open up their therapy to the autoimmune market. This has the potential to drive significant upside on the stock simply because it opens up the pipeline or their platform to this new market, the autoimmune market. And if successful, ALLO-329 opens itself up to one of the largest markets in cell therapy. The autoimmune treatment market is expected to grow from almost $80 billion USD in 2025 to almost $84 billion USD in 2026 and is forecast to reach $108 billion by 2031. And so early success with ALLO-329 wouldn't just open a new indication, it could give Allogene Therapeutics access to one of the largest growing markets in medicine. And that's why we can see a mean price target for this stock of $7.38.